Hello, it's Karen, and I am back with our latest Treehouse Book Club book. The book for this month is The Truth as Told by Mason Buttle. Mason Buttle is a 7th grade boy. He has a few issues that I'll talk about in a second. He is the largest 7th grader in his class, and he is also the sweatiest. I'm not sure what that's all about, but he has some learning problems, and his main learning problem is called dyslexia. There's a lot of people who have dyslexia, and I'm willing to bet that you know someone who deals with this condition. When you have dyslexia, you don't see letters and words correctly. Letters may be backwards, upside down, they're distorted, they move around on the page. There's a variety of ways the words and letters can look, and it all makes it very hard to read, write, and spell. Mason also has a condition called synesthesia. And synesthesia is kind of like a cross connection in your brain. And when you have synesthesia, certain things can trigger a different sense. Like when Mason is under stress, he sees the color green. Some people with synesthesia have music sounds they hear when certain things are happening. Or, as Mason does, they see different colors. They could be connected to emotions. They could be connected to words or sounds. But this is an interesting condition that Mason deals with. He also deals with bullying. Because of his dyslexia, he gets bullied a lot, mainly by a few particular students in his class. But he tries not to let it get to him. The other problem Mason is dealing with is the death of his best friend, Benny Kilmartin. Benny was found dead in Mason's family's apple orchard. The reason he died has not been solved, but there is one particular police detective who believes that Mason had something to do with it, and he won't let go of that idea. So these are the things going on in Mason's life, and I'm going to read the first 2 chapters because they're very short chapters, and they give a good introduction to who Mason is and how he deals with life. And it is written from Mason's point of view. So chapter 1 is The Stupid Shirt. Tell you what, I already know who stuffed this t-shirt into my locker. Matt Drinker did it. He took a Sharpie to it first. Fat black letters. He wrote stupid, STOOPID, on it. Same way I spelled my word in the spelling bee. A kid like me does not belong in a spelling bee, but it's for all of the 7th grade. This is not how I would kick off the school year, but I'm not in charge. Elimination rounds start in the classroom. I'm eliminated. I saw a movie about a spelling bee once. There was a girl, and she had a magic about her. She would hear her word, any word at all, and the letters wrote themselves in the air. It happened in swirls and sparkles, with fuzzy bees and fairies making glitter trails. They flowed like paint off a brush, always the right letter. People said that couldn't really happen, seeing things that way. It was just a movie trick. But I believe what that girl saw, at least some. I see things too, but no fairy wings, no flowers blooming. Here's what happened on Monday morning. I heard my word. Stopped. Had to be the easiest word ever in the 7th grade spelling bee. Tell you what, I knew I was going to spell it right. Stopped has double letters. I like those. It's like getting a 2-for-1. Well, too bad, because as soon as I thought of that, I thought of another word. Starts with the same sound and has double letters somewhere around the middle part. Stoop. I have been with my brain for 12 long years. I know how it puts things wrong. So I closed my eyes and I thought, okay, Mason, don't let that in your head. Don't go spelling stoop. That's not your word. Your word is stopped. Under my eyelids, I started to see the letters. That's why I say it's like the girl from the movie. I can see the letters. But for me, they go ugly. They fade or swell up. They slide away. If my eyes had pinchers on them, I'd grab the letters and hold them still. Tick, tick, tick. You can't take your time in a spelling bee. Stopped. S and T. Those were correct. I knew they were. I said them. I got the safe feeling. The spelling timer ticked again. I tried to see the letters clear, but they fuzzed. Then they blobbed. I've seen it plenty of times. I squeezed my eyes shut tighter. I thought, please let me get this. I saw fat letters, blurry letters. Then came the other thing I see. Color. Happens sometimes. This time it was the dirty green. Floats in like smoke. Happens when I can't get to the right answers. That green is the color of pressure. On me. A spelling bee is pressure. I rolled my eyeballs behind my lids, tried to erase all that mess. My brain got itself caught on the other word stoop. Double letters. Tick, tick. I saw 2 O's. I said 2 O's. Somebody snorted. I knew I was wrong. I knew I had to finish, get it over with. I wiped my sweaty hands on my pants. Stopped. I heard a P sound. I said it quick. Knew there was something more. A T on the end? No, D. Would be D on the end, but not just D. Tick, tick. No time. I said I and D. What I spelled was STOOPID. What it sounded like was stupid. The buzzer sounded. The whole classroom roared. Matt Drinker loves when something like that happens. That's why I'm guessing he put this stupid shirt inside my locker. He must have picked my lock to do it. Funny thing is, I knew what the shirt said because of those 2 O's in the middle. I knew in 2 blinks. Matt doesn't know it, but he did me a big favor. I always take 2 shirts to school. Unless I forget, I change just before lunch. That's because of how I sweat. I sweat a lot. Can't stop it, can't hide it. I need to be dry at the lunch table. Otherwise, I'm a total gross out of a kid. Well, today was a day I forgot my extra shirt. So I'm wearing this one that says stupid on it. It's big and it fits me. It's clean and dry, and I'm going to keep moving. Maybe nobody will see what it says. And if they do, well, tell you what, Plenty worse has happened. And the next short chapter is The Swoof. Other kids look up to me in the hallway. They have to. I'm the biggest, tallest seventh grader at Merrimack Middle School. By a lot. Today I'm moving fast. They laugh when they see me. Laughing is better than no laughing. I smile. I know I look funny. Like a big walking billboard for stupid with 2 O's. I'm skipping the cafeteria. It's a wild place. Seems like a stupid shirt could start a food fight. I'm heading to the swoof. That's Miss Blinny's room. I take giant steps all the way down the hall, and I think about this. The swoof has double O's in the middle, like the word on my shirt. Funny name, the swoof. Miss Blinny made that up. She used some little tile letters. They came from the sign that said Social Work Office. I know that because Miss Blinny told me. She was making the swoof sign the day I met her. Ms. Lawrence from the elementary school brought me over to the middle school on the last day of 5th grade so I could meet her friend. We walked through the front part of the office where there's a big soft couch and 2 beanbag chairs, also a lava lamp and a little table with a snack basket on top. There are posters on the walls and a whole lot of clutter. Miss Blinny's desk is the last thing, tucked behind a bookcase by the window. Something smelled hot in there that day. I went to meet Miss Blinny. Sure enough, she was holding a glue gun in one hand and pushing those letter tiles around on her desk with the other. Pink paint was drying on a nice wooden shape. A pink paint brush was drying on her desk. Miss Blinny was sure busy, but when she saw me, she looked up and smiled. She said, "Oh, yeah, Mason, glad to meet you." The smile got bigger, and she stayed looking at me, like a person shining from the inside out. At me. Her glue gun dripped a glob of hot stuff onto her papers. I said, "Be careful." She said, "Oh, oops, dripping." And then went another string of glue. She grabbed for a tissue, but she spilled a tub of glitter beads across the desk. She smiled with a big open mouth and bright, happy eyes. "Ha! Look at that, Mason! A sparkle spill." She took a picture of it. That has been her screensaver for more than a year now. Excuse me. There was a new social work office sign on the door when school started last September. I mean the plain kind, like the school puts up. But Miss Blinny had finished her glitter project, too. She stuck her pink swoof sign on the door. Tell you what, makes her room easy to find. I like the way she is, Miss Blinny. How she spills things and doesn't wait for paint to dry. So today I turned the corner into her room, breathe out a breath, the kind that makes you feel like you made it home. I like the swoof. I'm always welcome here. So that's the start of The Truth About Mason Buttle. I like this book. I think you'll like it too. And as I did for the previous books, there is a list of questions to think about while you're reading the story. There's also an activity. In this case, it's a word scramble game for you to do. And I've also included a recipe for apple crisp, like the dessert Mason likes so much when his grandmother makes it. Now, with this recipe, it's easy enough that you could make it, but do not go using the kitchen without a grown-up's permission. And if you need a little help with the recipe, I'm sure they'll be glad to help you because you're going to end up with a yummy dessert. So that is it for Mason Buttle. We will be doing another book next month, and I don't happen to have the book at hand to show you, but I hope you enjoy Mason Buttle, and happy reading. Bye-bye.